Consulting, and today I'd like to discuss a new Section 8 rental property or a Section 8 rental home. So, today we're going to be going over a property in Nacogdoches, Texas, my home state. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is Lee and ZG Properties are a professional company out of Houston. And they're the investors and owners of these buildings, and they want to present their properties and apartments for rent. Now, many of you know me. I've had a rather extensive career consulting many of you on housing matters. One thing I can tell you is I do not do business with landlords unless they have a ethically run property, and I can assure you that this place is not only ethically ran, but it's managed professionally. You're not going to see the same kind of problems you're going to have if you've experienced other Section 8 properties, okay? They do an excellent job of maintenance, upkeep, making sure that they actually show a general interest in their renters, and the properties are safe. Beyond that, you're not looking at a slew of things they're going to promise to repair later. Much of what you're going to see are going to be photos of the apartments themselves that are for rent. Okay. One thing I want you guys to keep in mind is I'm going to quote rents and deposit, but in this circumstance, this property will not be accepting vouchers. It's going to be what we consider as a lich property or low-income property or income-based. So anybody that is low income that meets the criteria should stop by and see if they have availability and the number of rooms that you need. And if your income's sufficiently low enough, they'll be able to consider leasing to you. And again, this is going to be for Nacogdoches, Texas. Now, since they're going to base this on a ratio of your income, there's no way to really give you the rent or deposit that'll be included. But I can assure you, I've already worked with some of their properties already, and none of them are that high, so I wouldn't be too concerned. So in Nacogdoches, Texas, I'm going to give you the address at 3001 EJ Campbell Boulevard and 1 Plaza Drive in Nacogdoches, Texas 75961. So let's take a look here at the outside. Now, with many of the properties, they are a little bit older. Most Section 8 landlords buy properties, buy them because they're older. You know, many times they're not going to build a brand new building except for newer projects. Okay, now this is not project-based housing. Let's take a look at the inside of the apartments. Now, tell me if this is something that is customary that you'd see in most properties. No, everything is in place. There's nothing out of place, right? It's nice, it's clean, nothing needs to be fixed. So I can assure you, it's well maintained outside as well as each individual apartment, and they are rather distinguished in selecting clients to live in the property. So we're not going to have typical issues where you may warrant the memories of the 80s. Where you have drug dealers and prostitutes and all kinds of crazy things going on. They're very careful to ensure this is a community, not a community of drug dealers, okay? So I should assert here that this is a good property for those that want to live a good life, you know. And if you don't mind the building being a little bit older, I can assure you the inside is very well maintained. You really can't tell the difference between it being built yesterday and today, outside of maybe a potential the cabinets may show some years, but otherwise the property looks very nice. The inside of the property and the units look very nice. So if you're low income and you're considering a place in Nacogdoches, Texas, stop by and have a conversation with these folks. They can be reached at 936-209-8272. Now, keep in mind that cost and deposits and rents will change. So if you find out what that cost is and then you vanish for a year, then it's going to change again, okay? Also ask about incentives. Just because you're low income doesn't mean that you're not entitled to request to see if there's any incentives, whether they give discounts or other perks or rewards for signing up for a lease there. And tell them Jay sent you from Section 8 Consulting. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to hear that. I know they have been desiring to put a lot of these properties on the social medias and market, and so that's what our hope is, to get these properties out to you. Now, one thing, let's make something very clear. This market's tough, right? Many people wonder, over half the people that receive vouchers and so on can't even find homes. Not that you're using a voucher. They're telling you there's availability. Most low-income properties, affordable housing that's income-based, has a long waiting list. Anyways, sometimes months and years. Okay, if I'm telling you this is open, then I would advise for you to go there. Okay, it's not that often these type of properties come available, much less owned, managed professionally by a real company that cares. Okay, and you can see by both the quality on the inside as well as the meticulously kept outside. These people are not joking around. They're not going to just let anybody go in there. Okay, this is a property for families and people that want to live a good life and give you a fair chance at paying a reasonable rent. So I encourage you, check out Orton Hill. They've got a number of different types of bedrooms, it suit whatever requirements you may have, and with all programs that want to participate, they do follow ADA compliance. Okay. Well, guys, I've enjoyed kind of bringing you through this, showing you a few pictures. I'm hoping y'all will take the next step to reach out to these nice folks and see whether or not there's some leasing opportunities. Okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.